We are live in 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? And welcome back to Zachary Reality. It is Zachary Reality, and we are here on Zachary Reality. So thank you all so much for being here. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited that we are back for another season of The Bachelorette, Bachelor Nation. Oh my God, how I have missed Bachelor Nation. I have missed doing these recaps. I will be doing these recaps and these live shows every single week throughout the season. So you guys know that you can always watch here on YouTube, or you can listen wherever you get your podcasts. They're live on YouTube, and then we download them after. So they're available wherever you get your podcasts right after. So make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you're notified whenever I go live, whenever I post, whenever I do all of the things. So we're going to be chatting tonight about Jenn's season of The Bachelorette, her premiere, which was amazing. The first night is always so overwhelming because there's so many guys and like you want to learn everyone's name, but like I don't remember anyone's name. I was watching with my mom and she actually took notes. So thank God, I feel like I have everyone's like name and occupation here and like the order which they came out of the limo, which is always very telling. Sometimes they like edit it out of order based on like who shows up. But I think that it also is like very telling with like the first guy out of the limo, and the music is always telling, as well as the intro packages. Like who is getting an intro package in the first episode? Like there's only like 5 to 6 of them. So usually those are key players, but then sometimes they keep like 1 or 2 people who are like going home night 1, because a lot of people went home night 1. Did you guys watch? So Jen's season started at some ranch. It was not at the Bachelor Mansion, which I'm fine with. I think that the Bachelor Mansion is so iconic. I've been able to actually visit it once. If you guys remember, I went to like an estate sale they did there, and it was so cool. But they're not doing it at the Bachelor Mansion this year. They're doing it at a ranch, which only is for one night. I don't think it matters, but I think that when the Bachelor comes back, I'm going to need it at the mansion. Like that's mandatory. That's like iconic. That's like important. For Joan's season, I don't really care where they do it. But what's interesting that with Jen's season, if you guys watch till the end of the episode, they're going to Melbourne, Australia. They are already traveling the country, the world so soon. Usually they wait until about week 4 or 5 to travel. And the fact that they're doing it so soon is so crazy, especially because I thought I saw that there was like some chance to do like a group date with Jenn in like California, but I guess not. So they're going to Melbourne, Australia. There was 25 guys to start, and we are now down to 18 guys. She sent 7 guys home night 1, which is a lot. Usually they send like 7 home, but usually they start off with like 30. The last time they had like 25 guys was like a few years. Usually they start off with like 30. So the fact that there was already 25, now we're down to 18. I wonder if this season will be a little bit shorter than other seasons. But either way, I am so excited about the journey. I'm so excited that we're back, and I'm so excited to get the traveling going and see where Jen's journey is going to land. I thought she did amazing as night 1. I thought she was very flirty. She was very fun. A lot of the guys seemed to be vibing with her right off of the bat. And I also thought she was very intentional and like direct with like her speech that she gave in the beginning, and just kind of like her vibe the whole night. She was just very intentional on what she wanted, what she was looking for. She's had toxic relationships in the past, and she says she knows what she wants now. She's 26. And there's a lot of teasers. I'm like, does Jenn choose herself? Does she really end up single? In all of the interviews she's been doing to promote the show, the only thing she said is that she's happy with how it all turned out and everything happened the way it was supposed to. So that's all we know. We don't know if she got engaged. We don't know if she's with somebody. I think she is. Like, I definitely think she is engaged, and I definitely think she's with somebody, but I don't really know who. I've been trying to avoid some spoilers online, but I've definitely been seeing some things kind of on my timeline that I'm trying to swipe up real quick. And that teaser was also really telling. Did you guys see how she said someone from her past shows up? Now I did hear a little bit about this, that apparently like her ex-boyfriend is going to make an appearance on the show. I originally thought it was going to be like later in like a conversation, but based on the teaser, it seems like he is showing up halfway and might want to join her journey, which I don't think she's going to let this guy join her journey. I forgot who he is, but he's on TikTok and he's like talked about her in the past. So you guys can probably find him. but her ex-boyfriend is going to show up on this journey. So that is something to look forward to. That is some good drama and some good tea that will make this season very interesting. It's always fun when an ex shows up. It has totally happened before. This is not the first time. There has been times in the past where exes have showed up to just have a conversation, and it always kind of throws us viewers for a curveball. So can't wait to see what happens here. I watched tonight in Long Island with my mom. You guys know I have been in New York for the past month on the East Coast, so I've been able to watch on the East Coast feed tonight. But I am leaving New York tomorrow. I'm heading to Charleston to visit my cousins for the week, and then I am going back to LA on Sunday. I have been gone from LA. It'll be like 5 or 6 weeks by the time I get back to my apartment, which I miss so much. It's almost time to go home. So I will be watching West Coast next week unless I can find a streamer. But let's talk about tonight. Let's talk about the entrances. Now, the first guy that came out of the limo was Marcus. He is a veteran, and my mom said he might have too much PTSD. What? Can't believe she said that, Mom. She's listening in the other room. Oh my God. So I really liked Marcus. And I also thought there was a couple of Asian guys or mixed Asian guys, because I remember when the cast list came out, everybody was like, so like, wait, there needs to be more Asian men. Like we have an Asian lead. So I don't know, why they didn't cast more Asian men. Obviously, there was a lot of controversy about like who the Bachelorette was going to be and if it was a last minute decision. Obviously, you guys know I was a huge Maria fan when Joey's season ended. But at this point, I'm just so happy it's Jenn, and I'm fully invested in her journey. And I'm so excited to learn about her culture and get to know her and just see where this goes for Jenn. I'm like all in on the Jennergy. What do you guys think of all the puns? There's so many puns. Gentleman, Jennergy, feeling all the Jen stuff. They've always done so many puns. Do you remember with Juan Pablo, they did like January, right? I'm here for the puns. But Marcus was the first guy that showed up, and I really liked him a lot. There was also a French guy, and then there was a guy named Sam N who curled his eyelashes. Cute, right? Eyelash curler. My mom did not like the eyelash guy. I don't know anyone's name, by the way, and I don't know if you guys expect me to know everyone's name on night one, but I do know a lot of the names. I mean, we have Marcus, we have Grant, Sam M, Thomas, Brendan, Dakota, Kevin, Brian, Matt, Austin, Ricky, Thomas A, Jonathan, Aaron, Jeremy, Dylan, John, Brett, Mose, Johan, Devin, Hakeem, and Spencer. So there is a lot of guys. Now we have Marcia here in the live chat that she says, I'm team Marcus already. And honestly, I kind of agree. I really like Marcus immediately off the bat. I'm not sure who else I like. I think I like Noah Erb's brother. Noah Erb was the one who was on Tayshia and Claire's season. He went to Bachelor in Paradise. He dated Abigail. They're now engaged. They're planning their wedding. So I'm kind of rooting for him just because there is that familiarity. I hope that they do that every season, where they bring someone's like relative on. I think it makes it fun. We saw that with Matt James's mom, Patty, who went on the Golden Bachelor. And there is a lot of rumors that Kelsey A, who is Joey's fiance, her dad might be on the Golden Bachelorette right now filming with Joan. They're filming right now. That'll probably air in September, October. But night one, there was some interesting entrances. My favorite entrance was Hakeem's. He was the last entrance, and he came in with a bunch of balloons. He was like cloud 9, where only can go up from here. I really liked that entrance because I thought it was really fun, lighthearted. It definitely made him stand out, but it wasn't like he was trying too hard and he was like too much. So I really just liked the balloon thing. I thought that was fun. I liked the movie Up. Have you guys ever seen that movie with the old guy, Carl, and like the Boy Scout? Like such a classic. So I'm going to give Hakeem my first impression rose for at least the limo entrance vibe. I thought that that was great. Some of the other entrances included the shot stuff. Everybody, there was like 2 or 3 guys who were like, it's shot o'clock, it's shot o'clock. The shot o'clock thing was on Joey's season. Well, it really was when Jenn was announced as the Bachelorette. She was like, let's take a shot. And a few of the guys kind of came in referencing that, which I think is super thoughtful and super like, okay, like you were thinking about Jenn, you watched her, but it's also like not original, right? Like, I don't know, think of something outside the box. I get that they want to be thoughtful, but I'm like, try and think of something different that isn't too much. I do want to talk about the guy who came in with the stretcher. His name is Jonathan. So he came in on a stretcher because we know that Jenn is studying to be a PA. She's in PA school. She's taking a leave of absence. She took one for The Bachelor. She's taking another one for The Bachelorette. She said that she definitely wants to complete her school because she's already put so much work into it, but she's definitely taking the rest of the year off, which I think makes sense. We'll see where Jenn's career goes by the end of the season. I mean, she can get so popular that she could become a major influencer. She can get an opportunity to go on Dancing with the Stars. She can get so many opportunities that it might even postpone her PA school even more. We'll see. The season just started, and who's watching? I'm ready to see the social media engagement, to see what my followers are watching. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who's really into this season? Yeah, it is the summer. It is The Bachelorette, which I don't think is as interesting as The Bachelor, to be honest. I love The Bachelor. That's like my favorite show of all of them because I love watching the women, and I love Paradise as well. But I think a lot of people in the summer are traveling and might not watch, right? Like normal Bachelor Nation fans, sometimes they take a break. I don't know. I think that a lot of people will tune in once it gets going. It just started, right? It's night one. Celeste says, "Hey, Zachary." And she also says, "I'm sad Brett went home." Yeah, Brett went home. Brett was, I don't know if you want to call him plus size, but he was a little bit bigger, and he went home on night one, which I think is going to be disappointing for a lot of Bachelor Nation fans. They were rooting for him. I think body diversity is really important on The Bachelor. They've always had like super skinny people. So I think it would have been nice for him to stay a little bit longer. But we are breaking records here. We have our first Asian Bachelorette. So I am loving this so much for Jenn. Celeste says, Grant, Marcus, and Brett are my favorites. Marcia says, "I can't believe she kept Jeremy. The guy admitted he had a big blank," which is like his eggplant emoji. Cringe. So cringe. But back to Jonathan. So Jonathan came in on the stretcher and he had his face covered up with bandages. I kind of like this because this is thoughtful and also original because he's like playing into like her career. But I also am like, bro, like what is behind your face? Like, is it cute? Like, are you cute? Are you handsome? I think it's kind of fun, like the allure of like, ooh, what does he look like? She's probably like so excited to talk to him to see like what he looks like because he said that he was going to wait to unveil his bandages until he got to talk to Jem one-on-one. And as you guys know, there's 25 guys. So she needs to have a conversation with each of them. And I'm sure the producers are like, oh, Jonathan, you're not going to be able to go first. Like, keep the bandages on for all night. And then some of the guys were like, oh, maybe he's a celebrity. He was not a celebrity. This thing only really works if he's like really handsome underneath. And he was pretty handsome. And I think Jen was impressed and she was happy. Imagine she was like, that would have been so rude. Oh my God, that's like the worst thing ever. He must have been pretty confident to put the bandages on because if he thought he was ugly, then maybe he would have been really nervous. But he was pretty cute. It worked out. Someone did do this on Ali Fedotowsky's season. They came in with like a Batman mask that if you guys watched like so long ago. That was like literally my first season of The Bachelorette watching. My first season of The Bachelor watching was Jake Pavelka's. So this is literally like 15 years ago I'm talking about. But I feel like that guy with the Batman stuff kept it on for like a couple weeks. Like, Aaron came in on a motorcycle and a scooter. Noah Erb's brother. Jeremy came in with the red Corvette. And there was a little bit of drama because Brian ended up interrupting the red Corvette guy, Jeremy, while he was in the Corvette with Jenn having a moment. Now, I do think it's okay to interrupt people night one. I also like really do believe the producers have to like give you the okay sometimes to talk to her. Because it's not like you could just interrupt whenever. Like if they're having a heart-to-heart conversation, I feel like the producers would be like, no, not the time. So I do think we can kind of blame it on the producers that like maybe they told him where the keys were and told him like go interrupt. Like what if the producers were like, hey, here's the keys. Who wants to go interrupt him and steal his car? Either way, like you make your own decisions on the show. You can't blame the producers for anything, even if you're encouraged or suggested. And I thought it was really rude that he interrupted him, especially because he was in his car. It's okay if you interrupt. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, it's kind of rude, especially as it gets later on towards the season and there's less people and you kind of know the people on night one. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's part of it. Like, you want to make sure you talk to her and get an opportunity before the rose ceremony. But considering that he interrupted him while he was in his own car, like, it was not your car. It was so uncalled for. And I did not like that absolutely at all. So Brian, I believe his name is. Yeah, he is on my shit list. He was also one of the guys who brought a shot. So another shit list because that wasn't original. Like 3 people brought a shot. There was one guy, John, he brought the step stool. I thought that was really cool because he made Jenn feel like she was on a pedestal. I didn't know if he was like so tall and that's why he brought the step stool. Because do you guys remember when Charity and Dalton got engaged? There was like a shot and then they panned out and she was literally on a step stool because Dalton is like 6'7" and Charity's like 5'8". I don't know. Do you guys like guys that tall? Like, I don't really want a guy that tall. I don't think it's attractive, at least to me. Like, once a guy's like 4 inches taller than me, I'm like, that's too tall. Like, I don't need to go on my tippy toes to kiss you. I'm 5'10". My dream man is probably like 6'1", so I could just like do a little chin up, you know? But I thought it was cool that he was really, you know, thoughtful and being like, hey, I'm going to put you on a pet stool. I got you. Spencer, he is a pet portrait entrepreneur. I don't know what that means. I think it means that he paints pets and like sells it to people who are obsessed with their pets and want portraits of their pets. And maybe he has like an online business, which makes him an entrepreneur. I love an entrepreneur. Like, go after what you want. Don't work a typical 9 to 5. Like, do your own thing. So I'm here for that. But I definitely want more specifics about his job history. Celeste says, Jeremy gave me the ick with his dick joke. Super icky. I'm not into dick jokes at all. Like, don't send unwarranted nudes, right? And don't give unwarranted dick jokes. Unnecessary. And also back to Jonathan, the guy who came in on the stretcher and had the bandages on his face. His ass was also out. Also, I thought that was like inappropriate, like too much for night 1. Like, I know some people get a little frisky on like the first or second group date when they do like a pageant thing, but like having your butt out like so soon, I think is just like too much. Like, you don't even know this girl. That's like so disrespectful to like show a private area of yours when you don't even know her. So I didn't really like that he did that. Mose is a math teacher. Johan came in with the chess piece and gave Jenn like the queen because she's like a queen. Christina, hey girl, how are you, baby? I love you so much. She says, do you think Sam could be the villain? Yeah, well, Sam M, there's 2 Sams, right? There's Sam M and there is another Sam, but Sam M was the one who got the first impression rose. And I liked him from night 1. I thought it was cool that he got the first impression rose because I thought he got a lot of airtime and they had a good conversation. They had a good vibe. But there was a lot of red flags in the trailer, which I don't even always like to watch because it does feel like it gives a lot away. Like, it also makes you excited for the season, but then it gives a lot away. So I do think he's going to be a villain based on the trailer. But I also think there's going to be multiple villains. So there's that. I do want to read all the guys that got the roses, so you guys know, and then I will read the 7 men who left the show. Also, I'm going to be on Game of Roses podcast this week. So if you guys are a fan of Game of Roses, I'm doing their podcast on Thursday. I'm going to be in Savannah, Georgia. It's near Charleston. We're like going down there to visit for a night. And that's when I'm going to do the podcast in my hotel room. We're doing it bright and early in the morning before our checkout. So stay tuned for that. I don't know when they're going to put it out. But at the rose ceremony, Jenn gave roses to Dylan, Thomas N, Spencer, Grant, Marcus, Thomas A, John, Jeremy, Devin, Brian, Aaron, Jahan, Hakeem, Jonathan, Austin, Marvin, and Sam N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, only 17. Am I doing the math wrong? Because she said she sent home 7 guys and there was 25. So it's 18. I wonder if this article is wrong. But the 7 men who left the show were Brendan, Brett, Dakota, Kevin, Matt, Mose, and Ricky. So we're down to 18 men, maybe 17. This article is from parade.com, who had all of the names listed. Christina says, who is your final 4 prediction based on night 1? I literally can't even give you a prediction. I genuinely like have a list here with people's names. Like, I don't know everyone's name yet. I probably will by next week or the week after, especially as we get whittled down pretty quickly. But there's like no way I could even predict a top 4 yet. I do think Marcus is going to go far. I think Devin's going to go far. I think Aaron's going to go far. And like, I don't even know yet because it just seems so early. But I will say that I am very excited about this season. And I'm just so glad that we are back with The Bachelor. Like, this is like one of my favorite shows, if not my favorite show. So I'm just so excited that I will be back here recapping it with you guys every single week and doing lots of TikToks. And we're going to be full back in force with Bachelor Nation. I also will be watching Claim to Fame and covering that as well. I'll be doing weekly interviews with eliminated contestants on my page. So look forward to that. If you guys don't watch Claim to Fame, it premieres this Wednesday on ABC. It is the show where they have celebrity relatives on and you have to like figure out who is related to who. Last season I covered it. It was so much fun. It was so good. And I can't wait to see what this season has in store. I'm really not watching Love Island. I started watching it. I did do an interview with Hannah on my page if you want to look at it. But I just like can't keep up. Like while I'm traveling this summer, I've been away for the month. Like there's just no way they put out an episode every single night. So I haven't really been watching Love Island, but I have been keeping up a little bit online. And I did watch like 6 or 7 episodes. And I will watch like the last few once it gets closer to the finale, which I think is like next week. So I'm excited about that. And I am watching Real Housewives of New Jersey every single week. I know a lot of you guys who like The Bachelor and stuff don't watch Jersey Housewives and Bravo, but if you do, I'm a huge Jersey Housewives fan and I'm watching it. Aubrey says, I talked to Austin's mom on a Facebook group that I'm on. Okay, Aubrey, do tell. What did she say? Did you get any information? It's always interesting when the parents go on Facebook because sometimes they like say things they're not supposed to say because they don't know. And it's so funny. Do you guys remember Tino's dad? He was like saying so much on Facebook during Rachel and Gabby's season. Marcia says, I really miss that there's no BIP this year. Yeah, there's no Bachelor in Paradise this year. It doesn't mean it's canceled. It just means that they're taking a year off. They could do like a winter games type thing, but I doubt it because they're going to air Joan's season in the fall, probably September or October, and that will kind of go till Christmas. And then The Bachelor, which will hopefully be in the mansion, will come back in January. So I do think they'll bring Bachelor in Paradise back next year. I definitely want to see a lot of the girls from Joey's season get a second chance on the show. Specifically Maria. I want to see more of Lexi. I want to see more of Leia, Rachel. I don't know if Daisy would do it, but I think there's so many great girls from Joey's season that I would love to see in Bachelor in Paradise next year. So I am very much looking forward to that. Aubrey has an update. She says, I told her to tell him if things don't work out with Jenn that I'm available. And she said, I will. Okay. Well, I really don't think that Austin is going to win, but you never know. So you might have a chance, Aubrey. You might have a chance. I think we went over all the guys. Like, it's really hard to kind of like say too much after night 1. Dakota had champagne. Kevin is into skiing. Brian brought a shot. Matt brought ginger shots. Austin did a fire extinguisher, and that kind of like blew in her face a little bit, and that's fine. Ricky wrote a song that he wrote. Thomas A brought the puppies, which I thought was such an amazing way to win a girl's heart, is to bring some cute puppies. Grant seems nice. And Thomas, there's like multiple Thomases. Oh my God. He's a swimmer. So he was the one that has family in Vietnam and he was trying to be an Olympic swimmer and then he like hurt his shoulder. So I like him. There's 2 Asian guys on the show. So I really hope that they can stay around because I think that this season, you know, is about exploring the Asian culture more. And I don't know what Jen's type is and if she wants to be with an Asian guy or a white guy, like whatever. But I really do think it's important to like highlight the Asian love stories and the Asian people on the show during this historic season. Has anyone seen Owning Manhattan on Netflix? It's the hat I'm wearing right now. It's a real estate show. It has some drama. You guys might like it if you like Selling Sunset, Selling the OC. I would definitely check it out if you guys have not already. It's pretty good. I saw an episode and I liked it. Those were my final thoughts. If you guys have any other last minute thoughts, let me know in the live chat and I will put it up on the screen. But overall, I mean, I'm just excited that we're back. I thought the episode was great. I think night 1 is always overwhelming because there's so many people's names. There was like bright daylight outside. By the end of the episode, it was clear that they were filming all night long. Okay. That rose ceremony was probably at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I don't know. Do you think they start like at 10 p.m. at night, or are they starting at 7 p.m.? I know that they want it to be dark and it's like California. So they might even start filming at 10 p.m. or like 9, and then they're like done. It's definitely a long night. Jenn has to talk to everybody. I mean, we've seen in the past that sometimes a few people don't get to talk night one, but usually that's like when there's like 30 plus people. 25 seems so low. Back to the original roots, you know? Well, oh, we have one more comment. Celeste says, what did you think of Grant's beatboxing? Yay or nay? Oh, I thought it was cute. I liked it. I love anyone that puts themselves out there, a good rap, a good rhyme, a good song. Oh, they also played Truth or Dare tonight. And that kind of seemed a little set up when that guy took his pants off and then he had the lion underwear, because it was like, oh, Jen's looking for ferocious love. And then he has lion underwear. That felt set up to me. It's just a little set up. But I like the Truth or Dare game. And I thought Jenn did a great job. So I'm so proud of her. I am rooting for her. And I can't wait to see how this season turns out. So if you guys are here in the live chat, let me know your thoughts down below. If you missed the live, just comment down below your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe. I will see you guys for sure next week for another recap. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys soon more about the season and about other shows and kind of get back into the swing of things when I get back to California next week. I am definitely ready to get back into full work mode and start posting more, because I have not been able to post as much as I like since I have been on this trip for the past month in New York. I came to New York City. I went to the Hamptons. I went to Atlantic City. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, so you guys are updated on literally everything I'm doing all the time. That is all for today. So I will catch you guys soon. Have a fabulous night, and I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. See ya.